Stay tuned as we approach the end of the qualifying session. R40 said, "Hey Amy, what are Sonic Fear and Bucksize Row driving?" Hey there. Sonic Fear is driving the Chrysler Valiant Charger, while Bucksize Row is driving the Ferrari 250 GT Berliner. They've got some exciting cars on the track. Enjoy the race. We just started the race and things are already getting intense. Team Blast's driver, Sabine27, is currently in 46th position, whilst Crimson is doing better at position 10. However, it's Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings who is off to a fantastic start, currently leading the pack in first position. It's still early on, but we can already feel the excitement building up. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of what's been happening in this race so far. Currently leading the pack is FoxDE, holding onto that first place position, closely followed by Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings in second. Taking up third place is Hurst Kaiser, showing some impressive driving skills. Moving down the ranks, we have Smacked in fifth place and Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in seventh. Finally, rounding out the top 10 is Jelly Zero, putting up a good fight. Keep it locked here to see how the race unfolds. We just witnessed some intense action on the racetrack. Currently, Hurst Kaiser is holding onto third position, while Stivsmachenjunge is not far behind in fourth. Both drivers seem to be putting up a strong fight. On the other hand, Desert22 and Skilltil have just entered the pits, currently positioned at 49th and 48th respectively. It'll be interesting to see how their pit stop strategy plays out. Lastly, Silver Gaming from Lunar Motorsports is currently in 12th place. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. Shahashi from Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th position, trailing behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in 6th place. Desert22 just exited the pits and is now in 48th position. Crimson is currently holding onto the 10th position, with a slight gap of 0.4 seconds behind Jelly Zero in 9th place. Hurst Kaiser is doing well in 4th position, with a best lap time of 1:55.715. But is still 3.491 seconds off the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Smacked is in 5th position, trailing Hurst Kaiser by 0.5 seconds. Stay tuned for Currently in the race, we have Crimson in 10th position, just 0.3 seconds ahead of Degus from Team That's What's Up in 11th. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 4th place, trailing behind Stivsmachenjunge by 0.4 seconds. Degus from Team That's What's Up is in 11th place, 0.3 seconds behind Crimson. Cars is in 26th position, with a gap of 0.4 seconds behind the Professor, who is in 25th. And finally, Schlepak Mayonnaise is in 16th position, with the best. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 17th position, trailing behind Schlepak Mayonnaise in 16th place by 0.4 seconds. and Crimson is holding on to the 11th position, staying 0.5 seconds ahead of Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 12th place. R40 is struggling in the 19th position, currently 0.3 seconds behind Wild Road Rage in 18th place. Ascender Gravity is performing well in 8th place with their best lap time being 1:49.784, but they are 4.349 seconds off the fastest lap time. Degus from Team That's What's Up lost 10th to Crimson. MYST149 is currently in 15th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 14th position. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 4th place, trailing by 0.5 seconds behind Stivs Machen Junge in 3rd position. Crimson is now in 11th place, also 0.5 seconds behind Degus from Team That's What's Up in 10th position. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 12th place, only 0.4 seconds behind Crimson in 11th place. And finally, Crimson. In the current race, Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 10th position. They are driving a Lamborghini and are trailing behind Jelly Zero in 9th place by 0.5 seconds. Degus' best lap time so far is 1:48.974, which is 3.638 seconds off the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Jelly Zero is also chasing Assetto Gravity in 8th place, with a gap of 0.4 seconds between them. Stay tuned as the race continues to unfold. Crimson is currently in 12th place and is only 0.3 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th place. Hurst Kaiser is doing well in 4th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Stivs Machen Junge in 3rd. Jelly Zero is in 9th place, also 0.4 seconds behind Assetto Gravity in 8th. Finally, Cars is currently in 26th place, only 0.3 seconds behind the Professor in 25th. Stay tuned for more exciting action on the track. Chłopak Mayonnaise is currently in 16th position, driving a Lamborghini. They are trailing behind MYST149 in 15th position by a margin of 0.5 seconds. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 10th position, with a gap of 0.5 seconds behind Jelly Zero in 9th position. Meanwhile, Chłopak Mayonnaise continues to hold onto 16th position, just 0.4 seconds behind MYST149 in 15th place. In the top 10, Jelly Zero is currently in 9th position, trailing Assetto Gravity in 8th place by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Kaljador is in 29th position, close behind Ort01. R40 said, the Lambo should be the best on fuel. Absolutely, the Lamborghinis are known for their impressive fuel efficiency. They'll keep going strong while sipping on that fuel like a fine Italian espresso. Currently, we have Jelly Zero in 9th place with a best lap time of 1:49.493, trailing the fastest lap by 4.450 seconds. Degus from Team That's What's Up is right behind them in 10th place, only 0.5 seconds behind Jelly Zero. Assetto Gravity currently holds 8th place, with Jelly Zero hot on their heels, just 0.5 seconds behind. Crimson is in 12th place, managing to maintain a slight lead of 0.4 seconds over Deplorably from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 13th place. Lastly, we have FR33 Zitius in 23rd place, closing in on Drin 1 in 20. We've got a lot of action happening on the track right now. Resulti Adhar is currently battling it out in position 31, with a best lap time of 1:52.592, only 7.5 for 9 seconds of the fastest lap. Jelly Zero is not too far behind in 9th position, trailing Ascended Gravity in 8th by only 0.4 seconds. Smacked Cam is showing some impressive skills, currently sitting in 5th place and hot on the tail of Hurst Kaiser in 4th. Meanwhile, Degus from Team That's What's Up is also in the mix, currently in 10th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Ascended Gravity. And it looks like ST4NB. We have Crimson currently holding 12th place, just ahead of Deplorably from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 13th. In 10th place, we have Degus from Team That's What's Up, trailing behind Ascended Gravity in 9th. Moving down the leaderboard, we have NYST1 for 9 in 15th position, not far behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 14th. Over in 28th place, we have Ort01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy, chasing Kaljadder in 27th. And finally, ST4NBZH has just exited the pits in 47th position. As for Ascended Gravity, they are currently holding 9th place, with Jelly Zero not far ahead in. On the track, Deplorably is currently in 13th position, just half a second behind Crimson in 12th. Van Crystal is holding on to 43rd position, with a small lead of 0.3 seconds over Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 44th. Degus from Team That's What's Up is chasing Ascended Gravity in 9th position, with a gap of only 0.4 seconds. Arbert 1 is in 30th position, trailing Resulti Adhar by 0.4 seconds, who was faster by 1.2 seconds last lap. Smacked Cam sits in 5th position, just 0. Crimson is currently in 12th position with a best lap time of 1:49.755, which is 4.712 seconds of the fastest lap. Deplorably from Team Newton Laws of Motion is close behind in 13th position, just 0.4 seconds away from Crimson. The Professor is currently in 25th position, trailing behind MD 162 in 24th position by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Resulti Adhar is in 29th position, ahead of Arbit 1 in 30th position by 0.4 seconds. Stay tuned as the race continues to unfold. R40 is currently in 19th position, driving an Alfa Romeo, and is about 0.3 seconds behind Wild Road Rage, who is in 18th position. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 4th position, and is also trailing behind Stivs Machenjunge in 3rd place by 0.3 seconds. Smacked Cam is currently in 5th position, and is about 0.3 seconds behind Hurst Kaiser in 4th place. Lastly, Ascended Gravity is in 9th position, and is about 0.3 seconds behind Jelly Zero in 8th place. Keep watching to see if these racers can make any moves. We've just seen Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion and Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings entering the pits. They were currently in positions 38 and 39 respectively. Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings is currently holding the second position. Ascender Gravity is chasing close behind in 9th position, trailing Jelly Zero, who is in 8th place. And Lacroix from Team Blast is in 14th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Deplorableeple from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 13th place. Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion just exited the pits in position 45, while Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings exited in position 46. Currently, Degus from Team That's What's Up is holding position 10. In the top spots, Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings is just 0.3 seconds behind Fox DE, who is in the lead. Ascender Gravity is currently in 9th place, trailing Jelly Zero by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Sidreek from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is exiting the pits in position 47. That's the current situation on the track. We've got quite the action happening on the track right now. Starting off, we have Ns Crimson driving a Pontiac and currently in 12th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th position. Wild Road Rage is not far behind either, currently in 18th position and just 0.4 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 17th position. In terms of pit stops, we've seen Duff Dad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion entering the pits in 35th position, while Sabine 27 from Team Blast has also made a pit stop, currently holding on to 38th position. Lastly, the Professor. We just saw Duff Dad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion exiting the pits in 42nd position. Deplorableeple from the same team has made some progress and is currently in 11th position, with a gap of 0.1 seconds from Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports, who is in 12th position. However, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports had a faster lap time last lap, being 0.6 seconds quicker. Speaking of Silver Gaming, they have just entered the pits and are now sitting in 14th position. On the other hand, Sabine 27 from Team Blast just exited the pits and is now in 45th position. So, we're currently in the midst of an intense race here at the racing simulator. Stiffsmage is putting up a strong fight, currently in 4th place and only 0.4 seconds behind Smackadcam in 3rd. Meanwhile, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports just made a pit stop and is now in 30th position. Drin 1 is also in the mix, currently in 21st place and just 0.3 seconds behind Wild Rosirage in 20th place. The leaders, Fox DE and Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings, have both made pit stops but are still maintaining their positions in 1st and 2nd place respectively. The race is really heating up, and it's anyone. Lacroix from Team Blast just made a pit stop and is currently in position 12. Fox DE was in 7th place, but they also made a pit stop and dropped down to 9th, and then moved up to 8th. Lacroix from Team Blast is now in 13th position. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 16th place. Stay tuned for more updates as the race continues. Hugged 03 from Team Navgum Kings just exited the pits and is now in position 20. Drin 1 is currently in 19th place, while Carves is entering the pits and is currently in 26th position. Wild Road Rage is in 13th place, trailing behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 12th position by a margin of 0.4 seconds. Hurst Kaiser is in 15th place, just 0.3 seconds behind her40 in 14th position. Lastly, Lacroix from Team Blast has also exited the pits and is now in position 29. Let's recap what has just happened on the track. Currently, Fox DE is in position 8 with a best lap time of 1:45.043. Stiffs Machen Junge has just entered the pits and is currently in position 2. ST4NBZH is also entering the pits and is currently in position 37. Carves has just exited the pits and is now in position 35. Hugged 03 from Team Navgum Kings is currently in position 20, trailing behind Drin 1 in position 19 by 0.3 seconds. Lastly, Jelly 0 has entered the pits while holding the 4th position. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. We have ST4NBZH just exiting the pits in position 45, while Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 7th place. MYST149 is not far behind in 8th position, trailing Deplorableeple by just 0.4 seconds. Jelly 0 is also making a pit exit, now sitting in position 24. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 13th place, only 0.3 seconds behind her40 in 12th position. That's the latest update on the race so far, folks. Stiffs Machen Junge is currently in 16th position with a best lap of 1:46.518. Only 1.475 seconds off the fastest lap. Drin 1 is right behind in 19th place, trailing Hugged 03 from Team Navgum Kings by just 0.1 seconds. Stiffs Machen Junge made a move and overtook Obelixamax to secure 15th place. Meanwhile, Lacroix from Team Blast is hanging on to 29th place, trying to close the gap with Bartimus Gordon, who was over 42 seconds faster on the previous lap. That's it for now, let's see what happens next on the track. MYST149 is currently in 8th position, driving a Shelby and trailing behind Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 7th place. On the other hand, Hurst Kaiser is currently in 13th position, driving a Chevrolet and closely following her40 in 12th place. And that's the current update from the race simulator. Let's see how these AI drivers strategize and perform as the race progresses. MYST149 is currently in 8th place, just half a second behind Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 7th. Degus from Team That's What's Up is holding on to 4th place, also just half a second behind Ascendo Gravity in 3rd. Smackitcam has entered the pits and is currently in 1st place. Desert22 is in 46th position, with a comfortable lead of 3.9 seconds ahead of Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 47th. Lastly, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 26th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Oat01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 25th. MYST149 just entered the pits in 8th position, while Deplorably from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 6th place. Smackitcam has just left the pits and is now in 5th position. Wild Road Rage is currently in 9th place, just 0.1 ahead of R40 in 10th place. In terms of standings, Bartimaeus Gordon is currently in 29th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 28th place. This is definitely an exciting race to watch. We have just witnessed some exciting action in the race. Horst Kaiser is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Joyman 00 from Team Luna Motorsports, who is in 7th position. Also, MYST149 has just exited the pits and is now in 26th position. Drin1 is currently in 16th position, trying to catch up to Wild Rosirage in 15th position. Lastly, Deplorably from Team Newton Laws of Motion has also exited the pits and is now in 29th position. Stay tuned as the race continues to unfold. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. R40 is currently in 10th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Wild Road Rage in 9th. Horst Kaiser is in 8th position, also 0.3 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Luna Motorsports in 7th. Degus from Team That's What's Up is making a strong move, currently in 3rd position, just 0.3 seconds behind Assetto Gravity in 2nd. Plus, Degus was 1.7 seconds faster than Assetto Gravity on the last lap. Speaking of Assetto Gravity, they are currently in 3rd position, trailing. We've just seen a few developments on the track. Ot01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy entered the pits and is currently in 27th position. Ms. Crimson has moved up to 19th position. Bartimaeus Gordon also entered the pits and is currently in 28th position. Horst Kaiser is holding steady in 8th position. Assetto Gravity is hot on the tail of Degus from Team That's What's Up, with only a 0.5 second difference between them in positions 3 and 2 respectively. Finally, Wild Road Rage has just exited the pits and is now in 24th position. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 2nd position, whilst Junj is further down the pack in 11th position. Schlepak Mayonnaise just entered the pits and currently holds the 6th position. The Professor has just exited the pits but is quite far back in 40th position. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is now entering the pits in 10th position and also holds the 12th position at the moment. We just had a few cars entering the pits. Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings and Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion both made pit stops while holding positions 42 and 43 respectively. Meanwhile, Jaren1 is also in the pits, currently placed in 14th position. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is holding onto 5th position, with a 1 second gap ahead of R40 in 6th. Lastly, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion has entered the pits while maintaining 49th position. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. MYST149 is currently holding the 15th position, while Trim 1 just left the pits and is now in 29th position. R40 is chasing down Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings, with just a 0.1 second gap between them in 7th and 6th position respectively. Arbert 1 is heading into the pits and is currently occupying the 34th position. Lastly, we have Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion, who just exited the pits and is now in 49th position. Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings is currently in 6th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in 5th position. Hugged 03 had a fantastic lap, being 45.9 seconds faster than before. Obelixamarx has entered the pits and is currently in 9th position. Desert 22 is currently in 44th position, but ST4NBZH is also heading to the pits and is currently in 43rd position. And finally, Desert 22 has moved up to 42nd position. Stivsmaidchenjunge is currently holding onto 8th place, while Obelixamarx just exited the pits and is now in position 23. Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings is currently sitting in 6th place, but ST4NBZH is also leaving the pits down in 46th. In terms of passes, Hugged 03 overtook Electric Mary from Team Quark Express to secure 5th place, with Electric Mary currently holding onto 6th. And that's where we stand right now. Lacroix from Team Blast has moved up to 15th position after overtaking Assetto Gravity. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team 420 has just exited the pits in 49th position. FR33 Zitius is currently holding onto the 11th position, and Bobardo from Team Blast has also exited the pits but is now in 34th position. Lastly, Assetto Gravity is now 16th, trailing Lacroix from Team Blast by 0.3 seconds, with Lacroix being 58.6 seconds faster on the last lap. We have Niaib currently in 25th place, trailing Ara Raphael from Team Blast in 24th. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is in 6th place, closely behind Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings in 5th place. FR33 Zitius has just entered the pits and is currently in 12th place. Kaljadar is holding the 30th position. Lastly, Electric Mary is still fighting hard in 6th place, trying to catch up to Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings. Stay tuned for more exciting racing action. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 20th position, trailing behind Wild Road Rage in 19th. Degus was able to make up some ground with a 2.4-second difference in lap times. Assetto Gravity is currently in 15th position, just 0.3 seconds behind MD 162 in 14th place. FR33 Zitius has just exited the pits and is now in 29th position. Wild Road Rage is currently in 20th position, just 0.1 seconds behind Degus from Team That's What's Up in 19th place. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 21st position. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the track. We have Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports currently in 21st position, trying to catch up to Wild Road Rage in 20th. Horst Kaiser is doing a great job in 8th position, maintaining a 1.3 second lead over Jelly Zero in 9th. Interestingly, Horst Kaiser managed to gain a significant advantage of 3.0 seconds on the last lap. Meanwhile, Sabine 27 from Team Blast and Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports have both entered the pits. Currently, Silver Gaming is holding on to 12th position. Exciting times on the track as we see Horst Kaiser leaving the pits now. We just witnessed an intense battle for the third position between Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings and Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports. Hugged03 initially took the position, but Shahashi fought back and reclaimed third place. Meanwhile, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports made a pit stop and rejoined the race in 29th position. MYST149 is currently holding onto 11th place, while Sabine 27 from Team Blast also made a pit stop and rejoined in 46th position. Lastly, Navarix is currently heading into the pits in 32nd position. Stay tuned for more exciting moments from the race. Ascendo Gravity is currently in 15th place. Beta Kapai just entered the pits in position 37. ST4NBZH is currently in the 45th position and is 0.3 seconds behind Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 44th place. Moving on, Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in the 18th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Rizaldi Adhar in 17th place. Navarix is exiting the pits in the 38th position, and A40 is currently in 13th place. And that's where we stand right now. Stay tuned for more action, folks. Beta Kapai has just exited the pits in 42nd position, while Niaib is currently entering the pits in 23rd position. Ascendo Gravity is holding onto the 13th position, but has lost it to Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion. R40 is in 18th position, trailing behind Rizaldi Adhar in 17th position by 0.5 seconds, with Rizaldi Adhar being faster by 4.8 seconds on the previous lap. Meanwhile, Ascendo Gravity is in 14th position, trailing Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion by 0.4 seconds. We've just witnessed some exciting action on the racetrack. Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently behind Ascendo Gravity by just 0.4 seconds, battling for position 13 and 14. Drin 1 is also in a close battle with RRFIL from Team Blast, with just 0.4 seconds separating them in positions 23 and 24. Lacroix from Team Blast made a pit stop and is currently in 12th position. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has just exited the pits and is now holding onto 11th position. Lastly, Rizaldi Adhar is entering the pits and maintaining his position in 18th. Stay tuned for more. We have a lot of action happening on the track right now. Currently, Fox DE is leading the race and has just entered the pits to hopefully maintain their position. Lacroix from Team Blast has just exited the pits in 23rd place. Horst Kaiser is doing well in 7th place, closely trailing Crimson in 6th. Rizaldi Adhar has also just exited the pits in 27th place. And Assetto Gravity is currently in 11th place, closing in on Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 10th. It's definitely an exciting race so far. Carves just came out of the pits and is currently in 35th position. Fox DE, who was previously in 4th position, has now dropped to 6th after exiting the pits. Horst Kaiser managed to overtake Fox DE to claim the 6th position. Crimson is holding strong in 5th place. And finally, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is just 0.2 seconds behind MD 162 in 9th position. That's all for now. Let's quickly recap what just happened on the track. Right now, Crimson is currently in 5th position, with Horst Kaiser right behind in 6th place. It looks like Horst Kaiser had a 3.0 second improvement on the last lap, closing the gap between the two. Meanwhile, Assetto Gravity is currently in 11th place and is trailing MD 162 by 0.3 seconds. We also saw ST4NBZH entering the pits in the 44th position. That's all for now. Let's see how things unfold as the race continues. On the track, we have Betakopai currently in position 43, just 1 point for seconds behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 42. In the battle for 6th place, we have Fox DE trying to catch up to Crimson, who is currently in 5th position, with a difference of just 0.3 seconds between them. It seems that Crimson had a great last lap, being 3.4 seconds faster than Fox DE. We also have Jelly Zero entering the pits from position 7, and ST4NBZH exiting the pits in position 48. Lastly, Crimson has made a move up the ranks and is We're currently in the middle of the race and things are really heating up on the track. Horst Kaiser is doing a solid job in 4th position, with a best lap time of 1:46.435. However, we have seen some pit stops recently, with Hub03 from Team Nafgum Kings and Fafamaker also making their way into the pits. On the other hand, Jelly Zero has just exited the pits and is now in 18th position. It's definitely an intense race so far, and we'll have to see how the rest of it unfolds. Hub03 from Team Nafgum Kings just exited the pits and is now in position 43. Crimson is currently in 4th place, driving a Pontiac, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Horst Kaiser in 3rd. Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is entering the pits while holding onto their 47th position, and Buxizro from Team Quark Express is also heading to the pits while maintaining their 34th position. Lastly, Fox DE is currently in 5th place. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. Arbit 1 just made a pit stop and is currently in position 37. Meanwhile, Fox DE is doing great and holding onto the 5th position. MYST149 is not far behind, currently in 6th position and just half a second behind Fox DE. The Nafgum Kings driver, Fafamaker, has just exited the pits and is now in position 46. And finally, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion also completed a pit stop and is now in position 47. That's all for now, folks. Desert 22 just exited the pits and is now in 40th position. Meanwhile, Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 12th place. Albert 1 has also just exited the pits and is now in 41st position. Moving on to the leaders, Fox DE is currently in 5th place and made a successful pass on Hurst Kaiser to take 4th place. Degus is trailing Shlopak Mayonnaise-Knee in 11th place by only 0.5 seconds. That's the latest update from the race. We are currently witnessing an intense race in the simulator. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 5th place, trailing behind Fox DE in 4th by just 0.4 seconds. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 12th position, with a best lap time of 1:47.646, which places them 2.603 seconds behind the fastest lap time. Shlopak Mayonnaise-Knee is closely behind in 11th place, only 0.5 seconds behind MD 162 in 10th. MYST 149 is currently holding the 6th position, with a best lap time of 1:47.112, just 2.069 seconds behind the leader. Speaking of MD 162, they are We have Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion currently in 14th position, trailing just 0.1 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 13th. Meanwhile, RRFIL from Team Blast is entering the pits in 24th position. On the other hand, Skilltill has just exited the pits in 41st position, and MD 162 is also out of the pits in 23rd. Lastly, Wild Road Rage is currently in 14th position, 0.5 seconds behind Joyman 00 in 13th. That's the recap for now. Let's see what happens next. Kaljadar has made a nice move and passed MD 162 to take position 23. Meanwhile, Wild Road Rage is currently in position 14 with a best lap time of 1:49.746. RRFIL from Team Blast has just exited the pits and is in position 31. Lastly, Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion is close behind Wild Road Rage in position 15. Stay tuned for more exciting updates. We're currently watching the R-driven racing cars in a simulator. Let's take a look at the latest updates. The Professor is currently in 28th position, trailing behind Bartimaeus Gordon, who is in 27th position by a margin of 0.3. Albert 1 is holding the 40th position, with a difference of 0.4 from Betakapai, who is in 39th place. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is chasing R40 in 12th place by a margin of 0.5. Smackitcam, who is currently leading the race, has entered the pits while maintaining their first place position. Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of We just witnessed Ns Crimson making a pit stop in 4th position. On the other hand, Smackitcam also entered the pits and managed to come out in 2nd place. MYST 149 also went into the pits in 6th position and is currently sitting at 5th place. Lastly, Jesus from Team Eager Works is leading the race in 32nd position with a 1.2 second advantage over Carves in 33rd place. To recap, right now we have Team Lunar Motorsports Silver Gaming in 20th position, just a fraction of a second behind Drin 1 in 19th. Over at position 12, we have Crimson holding off Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 13th place. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion has just made a pit stop and is currently sitting in 15th position. And finally, we seen Crimson exiting the pits and jumping up to 14th position. That's it for now, folks. Stay tuned for more exciting AI racing action. Currently in the race, we have Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th position, closely followed by Wild Road Rage in 12th. Hurst Kaiser is putting up a strong performance, currently sitting in 4th place, just behind Smacked Cam in 3rd. Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion has just exited the pits and is now in 25th position. Lacroix from Team Blast is making progress, currently in 20th place, chasing after Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports who is in 19th position. And finally, Stjivsmachen Junge is doing well in 7th position, trailing behind Assetto Gravity in. Hey there, Hurst Kaiser. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream, and I hope you enjoy the excitement of our driven racing cars. Sit back, relax, and get ready for some fast and furious action on the tracks. Let's have some fun together. Right now we're in the middle of the race with 29 laps completed out of 45. Currently, Crimson is in 13th position and is just 0.2 seconds behind Obelixamarx who is in 12th position. Obelixamarx had a really impressive lap time, being 42.6 seconds faster than the previous lap. We also saw Duffdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion entering the pits while holding onto the 35th position. Similarly, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports also made a pit stop, currently sitting in 20th position. On the other hand, ST4MBZH successfully exited the pits and is now positioned at 46th. Finally, Joyman 00 from Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the racetrack. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits and is now in position 28. Resultiadhar lost their position to Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion, currently in position 23. Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is entering the pits and is currently in position 44. R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is holding on in position 32. Duffdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is back on track after exiting the pits and is now in position 42. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is currently in position 37. Stay. Assetto Gravity is currently in 6th place, just 0.5 seconds behind Stjivsmachen Junge in 5th. Sabine 27 from Team Blast has just exited the pits and is now in 44th position. Wildro Zirage is entering the pits in 17th position. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 10th place, trailing behind her 40 in 9th by just 0.3 seconds. Crimson is in 11th place, chasing Joyman 00 in 10th by a mere 0.2 seconds. Lastly, Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy has also exited the pits and is now in 47th position. Hugged03 said, "Did I crash?" Oh no, it looks like you had a bit of a crash there. But don't worry, accidents happen to the best of us. Hopefully, you'll be back on track in no time and ready to make up some lost ground. Keep pushing, stay focused, and remember, it's all about the thrill of the race. Wild Road Rage just exited the pits in position 24, with FR33 Zitius trailing closely behind in position 19. Obelixamarx is currently in position 13, chasing down Jelly Zero in position 12. Skiltil is trying to gain ground in position 39, just behind Arbit 1 in position 38. Lastly, both Kaljader and Old01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy have also exited the pits, taking up positions 31 and 32 respectively. Stay tuned as we continue to follow the action. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports lost position 10 to Nscrimson, who is currently holding onto that spot. Nscrimson's best lap time is 1:46.861, which is 1.818 seconds off the fastest lap so far. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express has just entered the pits while leading the race in first position. Meanwhile, Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is currently in position 47. Cars is trailing behind Neide by only 0.3 seconds in position 28 and 27, respectively. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. On the current standings, Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 11th place. We also have Shlopak Mayonnaise entering the pits in position 8, while Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 5th place. In addition, Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports will be entering the pits in position 11. In terms of Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports, they are currently in 24th place, 0.5 seconds behind Wild Rosirage in position 23. It's worth noting that Silver Gaming was 12.9 seconds faster on the last lap. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Sidriq from Team Mutant Laws of Motion has just entered the pits in 46th position, while Shlopak Mayonnaise is exiting the pits in 13th position. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently holding onto 15th position, and Degus from Team That's What's Up is right behind in 16th position, trailing Joyman00 by just 0.3 seconds. That's all for now, let's see how the race unfolds further. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Lacroix from Team Blast just exited the pits and is now in position 22. Obelixamarx is currently in 9th place, trailing just 0.2 seconds behind MYST1 for 9 in 8th place. Cars is heading into the pits and is currently in 26th position. FR33 Zitius is in 20th place, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Wild Road Rage in 19th place. Sidriq from Team Mutant Laws of Motion has also just exited the pits and is currently in 49th position. Lastly, Arbit 1 is in 37th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express. Cars has just exited the pits and is now in 34th position. We also have Dazzard 22, who is currently in 39th position and trailing behind Van Crystal by 0.5 seconds, in 38th position. It looks like we have Fox D entering the pits from his first place position, and Albert 1 also entering the pits in 37th position. Currently leading the race is Fox D in first place, with Van Crystal entering the pits from 39th position. Stay tuned for more updates. We just witnessed some exciting action on the track. Currently, MYST149 is in 8th place, closely following Jelly Zero in 7th. Drin 1 just came out of the pits and is in 24th position. Degus from Team That's What's Up is in 15th place, trying to close the gap to Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 14th. And finally, Fox D made an impressive exit from the pits and is now in 4th position. Stay tuned for more intense racing. Here's a quick recap of what's been happening in the race so far. We have Van Crystal and Albert 1 exiting the pits in positions 41 and 42 respectively. The Professor is currently 31st with their best lap being 150.329, about 5.286 seconds off the fastest lap. ST4NBZH is entering the pits in position 44. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is currently in 3rd place, trailing Stivsmage and Junge in 2nd by just 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Degus from Team That's What's Up is in 15th position, following closely behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 14th place. We have Degus from Team That's What's Up in 14th position, trailing behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 13th. Obelixamarx is closely following behind in 15th position. Meanwhile, Stivsmage and Junge just entered the pits in 3rd position and currently holds that position. Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 17th position, with a slight gap between them and MD 162 in 16th. Lastly, Drin 1 is currently in 24th position, with their best lap time being 5.416 seconds off the fastest lap. Silver Gaming said, "Why is the track under caution yellow flagged?" Oh, looks like there's a yellow flag on the track. It means that there might be an incident or hazard ahead, and the drivers need to proceed with caution. Safety is always a priority in racing, so they are taking the necessary measures to ensure everyone's well-being. We'll get back to green flag racing soon enough. Stivsmage and Junge is currently in 8th place and just completed a pit stop. They have exited the pits and are back on track. Meanwhile, Hogged03 from Team Navgumkins has entered the pits and is currently in 32nd position. The Professor is currently in 31st place and is 0.3 seconds behind Ort01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 30th position. The Professor was 0.5 seconds faster than Ort01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy on the last lap. Jelly Zero is currently in 12th position. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 13th position and is 0.2 seconds behind Joyman. Deplorableeple from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 17th place with a best lap time of 1:48.864, which is 3.821 seconds off the fastest lap. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 13th position, trailing behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 12th position by just 0.4 seconds. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has made a move and is now in 7th place, just 0.2 seconds behind MYST1 for 9 in 6th place. Shahashi was 6.3 seconds faster than MYST1 for 9 on the last lap. The Professor is currently situated in 30th place, while Resulti Adhar Right now we have some exciting developments on the track. Resulti Adhar unfortunately lost position 20 to Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports. However, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding strong in 7th place. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in position 13, just 0.5 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 12th place. The Professor is not far behind either, currently in 30th position and just 0.3 seconds behind Jesus from Team Eager Works in 29th place. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is making his presence felt in 7th place, trailing MYST1 for 9 in. We just witnessed some intense racing action on the track. Currently, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is putting up a strong fight in 7th position, just 0.2 seconds behind MYST1 for 9 in 6th position. But it seems Team Newton Laws of Motion's Deplorable is not too far behind in 17th place, trailing MD 162 by 0.3 seconds. There's also some close competition between FR33 Zitius in 20th place and Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 19th place, with just 0.4 seconds separating them. And lastly, the Professor is currently making moves in 29th place, closing in on Old 01 from Team Rats Make. There have been a few changes in the positions of the drivers. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 21st place, just 0.5 seconds behind FR33 Zitius in 20th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th place, 0.4 seconds behind MYST1 for 9 in 6th place. Hurst Kaiser has moved up to 10th place, trailing Assetto Gravity in 9th place by 0.3 seconds. Deplorable from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 17th place, with a 0.4 second gap behind MD 162 in 16th place. Shahashi is still holding onto their 7th place position, but now just 0.2 seconds. MYST1 for 9 is currently in 7th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 6th place. Deplorable from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 17th place, trailing just 0.5 seconds behind MD 162 in 16th place. Bobardo from Team Blast has just entered the pits in 25th place. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 10th place, trailing only 0.5 seconds behind Assetto Gravity in 9th place. And finally, Degus from Team That's What's Up is in 13th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Mo. Hey, thanks so much to Oziest for following the channel. I appreciate your support and hope you're enjoying the AI racing action we've got going on here in the simulator. Sit back, relax, and let's see what these car bots can do. We just witnessed some intense racing action here on the track. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports decided to make a pit stop, currently in 20th position. Meanwhile, Joyman00 from the same team is holding steady in 12th position, just trailing behind Schlepak Mayonnaise in 11th. Moving up the ranks, Hurst Kaiser is currently in 10th place, with a close gap of 0.5 seconds behind his center gravity in 9th. And lastly, MYST149 is putting up a good fight in 7th position, with just 0.4 seconds behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 6th. Stay. We're currently observing a very intense race in the simulator. Stiftsmädchen is holding steady in 8th position, trailing just behind MYST149 in 7th place. Stiftsmädchen managed to make up some time on the last lap, shaving off 1.5 seconds from their previous time. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 13th place, closely following behind Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 12th place. Meanwhile, Hurst Kaiser is in 10th position, just 0.4 seconds behind his center gravity in 9th place. And finally, Fox D is doing an impressive job, currently in 3rd position, with Electric Mary from Team Quark. Right now we have Degus from Team That's What's Up in 12th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Schlepak Mayonnaise in 11th. Degus was able to gain 1.1 seconds over the last lap, so we'll see if they can close that gap even more. Moving on, Stiftsmädchen is currently in 8th place and only 0.3 seconds behind MYST149 in 7th. They were able to make a successful pass and take over that position. We also have Betakapai entering the pits, currently in the 39th position. Oberleichsemarks is currently holding strong in 14th place. Lastly, Silverk. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently 12th and is trailing behind Schlepak Mayonnaise in 11th place. Ms. Crimson is in 5th position, trying to catch up to a 40 who is in 4th place. Meanwhile, Betakapai has just exited the pits and is currently in 43rd position. Fox D is currently in 3rd place, closely following Electric Mary from Team Quark Express who is in 2nd position. Lastly, Smacked Cam is entering the pits but is currently holding onto the top spot in 1st place. Stay tuned as the race continues to unfold. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 13th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Degus from Team That's What's Up in 12th position. Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 17th place, trailing just 0.3 seconds behind MD162 in 16th position. Meanwhile, Ms. Crimson is entering the pits in 5th position, currently holding onto 5th place. And Smacked Cam is currently in 4th position, but trailing by 2.9 seconds behind her 40 in 3rd position. MYST149 just entered the pits and is currently in 8th position. They are 0.2 seconds behind a center gravity in 7th position. Albert 1 is trailing in 40th position, 3.6 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 39th position. Ms. Crimson is currently in 10th position. Degus from Team That's What's Up is in 12th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Shupak Mayonnaise in 11th position. Finally, Ns Crimson has just exited the pits and is now in 9th position. At the moment, Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently entering the pits in 18th position. Meanwhile, MYST1 for 9 just finished their pit stop and is now back on the track in 15th position. Moving on, Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently holding the 11th spot, with Lacroix from Team Blast right behind them in 18th position, trailing Wild Road Rage in 17th place by just 0.4 seconds. Additionally, Degus is also just 0.4 seconds away from Shupak Mayonnaise in 10th place. Finally, Navarix is currently in 38th position, with their best lap. We just witnessed some action on the track. Deplorably Bull from Team Newton Laws of Motion just exited the pits and is now in position 22. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Luna Motorsports is currently holding position 6. Silver Gaming, also from Team Luna Motorsports, is currently sitting in 23rd place. Coming into the pits, we have Jesus from Team Ego Works, who is currently in position 29. Moving up the ranks, Lacroix from Team Blast is currently holding position 18, with Wild Road Rage right behind them in position 17. Stay tuned for more intense racing moments. Lacroix from Team Blast has just entered the pits in 18th position. Meanwhile, Fox DE is currently driving a Dodge and holding the 2nd position, just 0.3 seconds behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in 1st place. On the other hand, Jesus from Team Ego Works is exiting the pits in 35th position. In terms of the battle for 10th place, Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently 0.5 seconds behind Degus from Team That's What's Up. Lastly, let's not forget that Fox DE is still holding strong in 2nd place, trailing Electric Mary from Team Quark Express by just 0.1 seconds. We are currently witnessing an intense race here in the simulator. In the top positions, we have Fox DE closely trailing behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in position 1. Meanwhile, Lacroix from Team Blast just exited the pits and is in position 22. Hurst Kaiser is putting up a good fight in 7th position, trying to catch up to Assetto Gravity in 6th place. Down the line, Silver Gaming from Team Luna Motorsports is hot on the heels of Lacroix in position 22. Lastly, Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is right on the tail of Fox DE, vying for the top spot. Things are definitely heating up here. Stay tuned. Let's do a quick recap of what's happening on the track right now. Currently, Shahashi from Team Luna Motorsports is in 12th position, trailing behind Joyman00 from Team Luna Motorsports who holds 11th place. Meanwhile, Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 10th place, trying to close the gap of 0.4 seconds with Shapak Mayonnaise who is in 9th position. We also have Jesus from Team Ego Works sitting in 36th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Bazzer22 in 35th position. It seems like Degus from Team That's What's Up is putting in a strong Here's a quick recap of what's been happening in the race so far. Team That's What's Up's driver, Degus, is currently in 10th position, trailing behind Shlopak Mayonnaise-Knee in 9th place. Niaip is making a pit stop from the 28th position. Horst Kaiser, driving a Chevrolet, is holding strong in 7th place, just 0.2 seconds behind a Center Gravity in 6th position. Bartosz Gordon is in 34th place and is closing in on Carves in 33rd place. That's the current state of the race. Let's see how it unfolds in the final laps. Let's quickly recap what just happened in the race. Fox DE, who was in position 1, has entered the pits. Meanwhile, Niaip has finished their pit stop and exited in position 34. Currently, Fox DE is now in position 2. Smacked is holding on to position 3, with a gap of 2.8 seconds ahead of her 40 in position 4. On the other hand, Wildro Zurich has also entered the pits from position 20. Lastly, Shlopak Mayonnaise-Knee is currently in position 10, trailing behind Degus from Team That's What's Up in position 9 by just 0.5 seconds. And that's the We just witnessed some exciting moments on the racetrack. The Professor and Oat01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy both entered the pits, with the Professor in position 25 and Oat01 in position 27. R.A. Raphael from Team Blast made a pass on Hooked 03 from Team Navgum Kings to secure position 28. Wild Road Rage is currently in 23rd position. Meanwhile, Wildro Zurich has just finished exiting the pits and is now in position 24. Currently, R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is in position 26, trailing behind Hooked 03 from Team Navgum Kings in position 25 by 0.4 seconds. Hooked 03 from Team Navgum. Desert 22 is currently in 36th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Jesus from Team Ego Works, who is in 35th place. Kaljadar and the Professor just exited the pits and are in 28th and 31st positions respectively. Team Navgum Kings for Fatmaker is in 42nd place, trailing behind Van Crystal in 41st place by 0.3 seconds. Oat01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is leaving the pits and is now in 33rd place. Also, Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 12th place, 0.6 seconds behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motors. Hey there, Luntiak. Thanks for hitting that follow button and joining the stream. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the AI racing action we have going on right now. Sit tight and get ready for some intense simulator racing. If you have any questions or just want to chat, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let's have some fun together. The leader of the race just crossed the finish line, securing first place. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express takes the top spot. Meanwhile, Bartosz Gordon finished in 32nd place, MD 162 came in 16th, Oat01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy finished in 33rd place, and Niaip finished in 34th. That's it for this race, folks. Stay tuned for more exciting R-driven racing action. We have seen some exciting racing in the simulator. Buxisro from Team Quark Express finished in position 38, while Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion finished in position 46. FR33 Zitius and Wild Road Rage had a close race, with FR33 Zitius finishing in position in 22 and Wild Road Rage finishing in position 23. Ascender Gravity had a strong performance, finishing in position 6, followed closely by Hurst Kaiser in position 7. It's been a thrilling race so far, and we can't wait to see what happens next on the track. Today we had some exciting